So today I'm going to show you how to produce a um, certain length fragment of DNA using random bases. So we can say we're going to create a fragment of DNA that's, let's say, 10 base pairs long. We want to choose each individual base randomly. And we may also want to choose, produce numerous fragments. So what we're going to do is we're going to use a random number generator. And so we're going to use the library random. So we're going to say from random, we're going to import the rand range. So we're going to set a range of 1 to 4 in order to choose one of the 4 uh, nucleotides, A, T, G, or C. Now we got to set a couple of variables. We need to set the number of sequences we want to produce. So to start out, we're going to just set this to 1. And we're going to produce one uh, fragment that's 20 base pairs long or 20 bases long. And then we also need to set a variable that will hold the output. So we're going to just call this seek. We're going to initialize it by having it as an empty string. And then we're going to use 2 different loops, 2 for loops, in order to produce the number of fragments we want, which would be the number of seeks, and also to produce the fragments themselves and of a particular length. In this case, the len of seeks. So, in order to output these so that we don't end up getting a fragment that increasingly gets longer and longer by the size of the fragments, we got to reinitialize it every time we go through this outer loop, this number of seek. So we're going to reinitialize the seek variable, seq variable, by initializing it as an empty string each time. And then our inner loop, we're going to do a range, the length of the sequences. So if we're going to produce a 10 base long sequence, then we'll go through this 10 times. And we're going to use uh, the random number generator to choose one of 4 nucleotides, one of the 4 nucleotides each time we go through the loop. So we're going to work our way through each one of the base positions, and we're going to set a base selector for each one of those positions. So the base selector is going to be the random number, and it's in a rand range of 4, and this range is going to actually be 0 to 3 whenever we set it as 4. So we're going to add 1 to it so that we have 1, 2, 3, or 4 as our settings for that, or as the variables for that, is 1 through 4. Um, and if the base selector ends up being 1, then we're going to make the nucleotide that's chosen an A. If it ends up being a 2, we're going to make the nucleotide that's chosen to be a T. If it ends up being a 3, we're going to make it a G. And if it ends up being a 4, we're going to make it a C. So that's how we randomly, we use the random number generator to choose one of the 4 nucleotides. And after we've gone through this, each time we're going to print out the sequence, and we're going to do that the number of times for the number of sequences which we chose to have. So right now we're going to produce one sequence that's 20 base pairs or 20 bases in length. So we're going to print it out. So let's go ahead and run this. We'll hit Control and Enter, and you see that we have one fragment there that is 20 bases in length. So now let's say that we want to make 10 fragments. So let's change that to 10, and we'll keep them 20 bases in length. And let's see what happens now. So it should get rid of that first one. That first one is GGC, is the first 3 nucleotides. So let's just see if it gets rid of it. Control and Enter, and you see that the first one is actually a different sequence, so it did in fact get rid of it. And you also see that we have the 10 sequences. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, and let's say we want to make 10 that are 50 base pairs or 50 bases in length. So let's go 10 sequences, 50 in length, and let's run it again. Control and Enter. So there's 10 different fragments that are 50 in length, and there they are. So that's how you make a random DNA fragment generator. So I hope this helps you out. I hope it gets you a little further down the line. Definitely will help you to work with for loops and kind of understand how they work. But also, if you specifically need to produce random fragments of DNA, this will do it. So if you like this video, please like it. And also, please subscribe to my channel. Thanks, and have a great day.